Go the Cowboys!
Hey guys, Sean Media just want to do a big shout out to Rugby League Culture Lounge. All the best this year, 2020.
Alright, oh yeah! Fuck!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and welcome to the Nick from Australia YouTube channel for your Friday night, December 29, 2023. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing well. First of all, I just want to say, I hope everybody had a great Christmas, and I hope everyone has an awesome New Year's Eve. Obviously, New Year's is in 2 days, and everyone's going to be out getting drunk at parties, having a good time. So I hope you all have a very safe New Year, and hope you all had a great Christmas. Welcome back to another live stream for your Friday night. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. We're going to be doing the top 10 NRL wingers going into 2024. And the first thing I want to say about this as well is, if I have left out a certain player, a player that you may be a big fan of, you don't need to get too upset. You don't need to abuse me and go off your rocket. Just let me know, and I'll give you my feedback. I'll give you my opinion as well. So you guys can put in your top 10s in the comments, live chat, or in the comment section below after the video, depending if you're watching this live or you're watching it back as a replay. But before we do it, let's get into our let's get into the live chat, and then we'll get into my top 10. Hello to SS Storm fan. Hello to Devils_Cy, CJ Moxley, Cody's Footy World. Who else we got here? We got Jeffrey. Hope you're well, Jeffrey, over there in Wellington. Hello to York. Hello to Luke Melbourne Storm fan. Josh Rabbitohs 2024. Everyone else that is tuning in. I can see we have about 14 people in the live chat. Guys, if we've got 14 people watching the stream, let's make sure we get 14 thumbs up. Make sure you like the stream. Would really appreciate that as well. And CJ, if we get any statues, if you know what I mean, then you know what to do. You know what to do, bro. You're the moderator. You know what to do if we get a couple of idiots. But yeah, righto. Let's go. This list, it's going to be controversial. Some will agree, some will disagree. But at the end of the day, it's my opinion. Number 10. We start off with Ronaldo Mulitalo, or as I like to say, Ronaldo Mulitalo from the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. I feel like Ronaldo deserves to be in the top 10. I know some will say, how is Ronaldo not number 3? How is Ronaldo not in the top 5? Well, I'll explain that to you. There are a lot of wingers that are better than Ronaldo Mulitalo. Ronaldo Mulitalo had a very good season. I think he is high quality. But if you have a look at this top 10 list, it is so stacked. It is so hard to put certain player in a position where it's like, are they too low on the list? Are they too high on the list? Wingers are probably one of the hardest ones to do. So number 10 is Ronaldo. I think he had a good enough season for the Sharks. So I think he deserves to be in the top 10. Rightio. Number 9, Alex Johnson. I know Cody and CJ are probably going to say Alex Johnson's too low. But AJ, number 9. Reason being, Alex Johnson does not do what the other top wingers in the game do. He doesn't get involved enough. All he does is stand out there on the left, scores a bunch of tries on the back of Cody Walker and Latrell Mitchell. Again, Johnson is quality. He does a lot of good things in the game, but I don't think you can put Alex Johnson on the same. Reading the live chat, there we go. I don't think you can put Alex Johnson on the same level as a Brian Soto or a Dominic Young or a Selwyn Cobbo. He's not the sort of winger that's going to run 100 meters or he's going to run 70 meters to set up a try and do it on his own. Again, he's top 10 for sure. He loves scoring tries at will. But at the moment, and I think as well because he is getting a bit older, I think Alex Johnson is number 9 on the list. Again, don't get me wrong, he's a quality winger. Definitely deserves to be in the top 10. Always in the top 5 in try scoring. I think he won top try scorer 2 or 3 years in a row there as well, a couple of years ago. But hey, he's a freak of nature, Alex Johnson, and I've got him number 9. He's number 9. Number 8, we go with the state of origin winger for Queensland, Murray Taulagi. Murray Taulagi is a fantastic winger. I think, the Cowboys, we've said it 100 times already in other live streams in the past. The Cowboys were the most hot and cold side in 2023, but I feel like Murray Taulagi still had a very good season in a very inconsistent Cowboys team. Cowboys were very hot and cold, man. Taulagi was pretty good for us. He's probably one of our best outside backs for the season. I thought he was very consistent. He did play a few games in the centers, but he played majority of the year on the wing. I don't think Murray Taulagi is top 5 at the moment. I think last year he was. He probably fell back a little bit because other players improved. But I feel like Taulagi, he's still good enough for the top 10. So number 8 for me is the Cowboys winger, Murray Taulagi. Hopefully, Murray Taulagi goes from 8 to 2 in 2024. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, Taulagi is number 8. Number 7 is Turuva from Penrith. Now, I know Penrith have got a stacked team, man. And I understand Turuva may not get the raps that he deserves. But, man, for a guy like Turuva, who he played so well in that Penrith side, again, you put any winger in Turuva's position, they're probably going to stand out and be as good. But the rookie of the year, exactly. I thought Turuva was fantastic for the Panthers. He played really well on that left-hand side. Him and Isaac Tago built a very good combination. They ended up winning a grand final together as a combination, which was very good. Turuva's just going to get better as well. He's only young as well. Like Turuva in 2 or 3 years from now is going to be something else, man. So he's already proven to be one of the top wingers in the game, and I think he deserves to be number 7 on this list. Sawuna, I can't even pronounce his first name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Turuva from Penrith, number 7 on the list. Number 6, Greg Marzhew from the Newcastle Knights. He played on the left-hand side. Look, Marzhew was fantastic, man. Marzhew was great. And, another one that the Gold Coast stuffed up on, another one they let go. Imagine keeping Philip Sami over Greg Marzhew. What a mistake from the Gold Coast. I mean, I know Marzhew's been at a few clubs before, but the Gold Coast, I let him go. Just crazy, man. He killed it at Newcastle on that left-hand side. The combination with Bradman Best and Marzhew was fantastic. I thought also Kalen Ponga helping him on that left-hand side as well. But the thing that stands out for Marzhew for me is he got the sets rolling really well, a bit like a Brian Toto, and I thought Marzhew was just outstanding. Scored plenty of tries. I think there was one game where I think he played against the Canberra Raiders. In Canberra, I think he had like a hat trick or something. He had a huge game. So Marzhew, absolutely fantastic in 2023. I think going into 24, Marzhew's just going to get better and better. So number 6 is the Newcastle Knights left winger, Greg Marzhew. Now let's get to the final 5. The top 5 wingers going into 2024. Now, honestly, with this top 5, you could probably switch it in any order you want. These 5 wingers had incredible seasons. You could probably switch any of them between 5 and 1. And honestly, I probably couldn't disagree with you. But number 5, let's go with the Warriors right winger, Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. DWZ had a great season, man. He scored so many tries. He's a very experienced winger. It's taken him a couple of years to reach his peak and be at his best. But I thought DWZ, I think he's finally reaching his prime. He's reaching his potential at the Warriors. You could probably even put him higher on this list, but I feel like the guys in front of him probably out-edge him just. It's so close. But DWZ, Dallin Watene-Zelezniak, incredible season he had in 23. I think going into 24, Dallin is going to be another one to look out for. I mean, he scored a number of tries. I think he had 5 tries or 6 tries against the Dragons earlier this year at Wollongong. He scored a double in the prelim final against the Broncos, even though they got beaten. Like, Dallin's just a freak, and I think he deserves to be in the top 5. But hey, you could argue he could be up higher. You really could. Number 4, from the Broncos right winger, Selwyn Cobbo. Selwyn Cobbo is a match-winning winger. He loves to score tries. He loves to try and win them the game. I don't know if you remember this, guys, but there was a game, I think it might have been Broncos and Eels or Roosters. I can't remember who it was against, but it was at the Gabba. Cobbo, grabbed the ball from behind him and, he sort of ran backwards, chipped it over the top, caught the ball and scored. I can't remember if it was against the Roosters or Eels. I swear it was one of them. Again, I could be wrong. Could be someone else. But it was one of the great individual tries of the year. Cobbo's a freak of nature, man. He loves an intercept. He loves a long-range try. He's got an incredible fend. He's a special player, Cobbo, and he's going to be probably in the top 5 for years to come, man. Cobbo has got it all. So here's number 4 on the list. Number 3 is the 2023 top try scorer, Jamayne Isaako. I feel like Jamayne Isaako, you could put him number 1. You could put him number 2. But the thing that Isaako, he still lacks defense. I don't think Isaako has great defense. And again, that could be because the Dolphins' inside players aren't as good. But, I feel like Isaako deserves to be up here. You could have him number 1 if you wanted to. And you know what? If you have Isaako number 1, I can't argue with you because he is a freak. He does it all. New Zealand winger, top point scorer, top try scorer. You could say, what more could he have done to be number 1? But I feel like the other 2 wingers just have a bit more than him. But Isaako, in a Dolphins team that had a good start to the year, had a really bad finish. I think the Dolphins' last 8 rounds were pretty bad. I think they only won one of the last 7. I can't even remember. It was pretty bad. But Jamayne Isaako, man, incredible season. Looking forward to seeing how it goes at 24. We'll see if he backs it up. But he's a hell of a player, man. Number 2, Dominic Young. Dominic Young was absolutely sensational in 2023. He scores tries for free. If you count the finals, Dom Young actually scored the most tries. But if you don't count the finals, he scored the second most. Dominic Young was so good, man. I mean, if you see what he did with the Newcastle Knights, I mean, there were some games where he'd score long-range tries. If you remember the Manly game, he pretty much won the game with his speed. There was one against the Dragons late where he scored a double. The one against Canberra in the finals, I think he scored a couple against Canberra in the finals. He is a freak, man. He's a freak. Dominic Young's a great player, man. Defensively as well, he has improved a lot, which was probably something that he lacked a while on. Dom Young, he did have some problems in defense, but man, I thought he was unbelievable last year. And I think going into a new year, going into a new team like the Sydney Roosters, it's going to be very interesting to see how Trent Robinson uses Dominic Young on that right wing. Will he get early ball? Will he get the ball late in the tackle count? What is Trent Robinson's game plan going to be for Dominic Young next year? It's going to be extremely interesting to see what happens there. And number one, in my opinion, the best winger in the game, Brian To'o. So many people say, oh, Brian To'o, he's now the fourth best winger. He's now the third best winger. I don't think Brian To'o has left number one. He's won the last 3 grand finals. He's constantly the origin winger. He's probably the first guy picked in the New South Wales back line. He gets the sets rolling. He averages 180 metres plus every week. Loves to score tries at will. Defensively has improved as well, which is quite scary to think. Brian To'o, whether you like him or you dislike him, or I don't care how you feel about him, I genuinely believe Brian To'o is the best winger in the NRL. I think he's the best one going today. Out of all these wingers, if all of them are on the market, I would pay Brian To'o the most amount of money, and I think he's worth the most. He's got experience. He's just got it all, man. Scores tries, gets the sets rolling like a front rower. I guess the one negative in his game is he doesn't really set up tries where he runs 70, 80 meters, like a Dom Young or a Selwyn Cobbo, but he is a freak of nature, Brian To'o, and I think he's the best winger in the NRL. That's just my opinion anyway. So that's my top 10. That's my list. You guys can let me know your top 10 list in the live chat or in the comment section down below. Now, before I wrap up tonight's video live stream, I just want to give a massive thank you to NRL Lids for the 10% discount code. And I want you guys to go on there and purchase yourself a hat. So all you got to do is you go on to the NRL Lids website. Their website, you can find their website in the description box down below. You click on the link, NRL Lids. Go onto their website. Get yourself an NRL cap. Type in the discount code NFA, and you will get yourself 10% off. Whether it be a Storm hat, a Broncos hat, a Raiders hat, a Sharks cap, Cowboys hat, Eels, Rabbitohs, whatever it may be. Get yourself an NRL cap. You get 10% off. You just put in the discount code NFA. It's as simple as that. But anyway, guys, that concludes tonight's live stream. Thank you all for watching. Have a phenomenal Friday night. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the top 10 NRL centers going into 2024. Anyway, until next time, enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Enjoy your Saturday. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one, guys.